What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the show that I created for those who seek for the top-notch quality when it comes to their personal grooming. My name is Mohammed Mir Ibrahim, aka Barber Mo. I run one of the top men grooming lounge here in Dubai. It's called Skills by Barber Mo. You can go and check it out. In this episode, we decided to shift our direction into another side of men grooming, which is the skincare. I'm joined with my head senior therapist Dianne. We will be having discussion about all this matter. While we understand this topic it's very diverse, we will try to cover as much as we can, and we will focus mainly and we start with the sensitive skin. So we will have a discussion about what's the best treatment that you can use for it and what's the best habits also that can boost it and help it to be better, as well as what are the best home care that you have to be using by your own when you go at home. This is your boy Barber Mo, and this is the Skills Talk. On this episode, before I go into the main topic, I wanted to highlight very important points that made me insist to start up on this. It's just when the people are, terrifying and they're losing all their faith and beliefs on such product or treatments or the therapist themselves, or sometimes they just treat everyone like the same. And instead, they're using a face wash process to a full treatment process, which doesn't match with both. Basically, skincare treatments, it was made to help the people, and it was customized with the science for suiting the best and boosting the best out of our skin type. But it was not made to harm us. And also, for those people who's using this product wrongly, I will urge you and advise you on this platform, stop doing that and get a much better education, because I've encountered a lot of people, they've literally lost their faith on this, and we don't want to do that anymore. So getting into the main topic for this episode particularly is the sensitive skin. Why did I start it with it? I started it with the sensitive skin because it's the skin type that it's very tricky and made all the misconceptions and decisions are happening all the time, leads for the people to have very bad experience, made them lose their faith and belief that something can be done with their skin or the bad product that they are selecting. So Dianne, let's get started now describing for the people what is the difference between normal skin and sensitive skin.
Well, for the skin anatomy, it consists of three main layers. So the first layer is the epidermis, which is the outmost layer of the skin, and that's act as our protective barrier. Beneath of that is the dermis that keeps the skin strength and elasticity, and that's because of collagen fibers and the elastin. Last one is the hypodermis. Hypodermis keeps everything cushioned and regulates temperature. So now if you have normal skin, your skin barrier is more strong. It keeps everything irritants out and you are able to retain moisture. While on sensitive skin, it acts opposite. Your skin barrier is more weaker. The moisture is hard to retain and you are more prone to irritations like weather, skincare products, and sometimes it's stress.
I see. So basically, when we're talking about classifying your skin, it's the very first step when we try to understand what would be the next question, because now the next question will enlighten you much better why we asked this. So now we classify the skin, it's sensitive. The tricky points is there is a sensitive skin and there is reactive skin.
Exactly.
So how we know the difference, which is very small hairline between the difference, and trust me, a lot of therapists, they go through that problem, which is we find it out on our study as well. What is the difference? How we can classify the skin, it's actually sensitive, but it's not reactive. How we can enlighten the people much better?
Well, that's a really big misconception, mainly when I'm doing the facial. And then they were saying, oh, please, I have sensitive skin, so please be careful. And then I was like, okay, let me do the consultation and then do the proper pre-cleansing, remove the oil, excess pollution, and excess dirt. Then when I saw the bare skin, I just figured out that they're just reactive skin. So how to identify the reactive skin or sensitive skin? They may seem similar, but they have different behavior and origin. So sensitive skin, it's inborn. Genetically, your skin is more fragile and it's more delicate. It's also prone to irritation, so you need to be attentive or constant care about it. Also, it can link for some skin conditions like rosacea, dermatitis, or eczema. In case that you have those skin condition, you must seek for dermatologists because they are able to give you a oral medication or topical cream because as aestheticians, we are not able to diagnose and give a prescription on that such skin conditions. And reactive skin, it's reacting on different environmental factors like pollutions, skincare products, or any kind of stress that give you some blushing. And if those irritants are washed away, your skin will be back to normal. So to simplify, sensitive skin, it's a permanent skin type, and reactive skin, it's a temporary skin conditions. So knowing those two skin type can lead for you to get the proper skincare products.
I'm about to direct this word actually for any therapist or stylist are, doing the facial, most especially for the men side, well, they try to avoid much education. This very transparent answer, it's for you guys. Why? Because clients don't know this and you have to do your homework. So if you don't know how to classify and identify if the skin in front of you is sensitive or reactive, you might be advising your client wrong and you will be responsible about his bad experience, and also you are going to waste his money because you are treating the wrong skin with the wrong treatments. So that's why I actually earlier give the advice for the people that they always should be very responsible about that. The very next question, which is nice to know right now, what is the best recommended treatments for the people who have sensitive skin?
Well, knowing for sensitive skin type, I always advise to go on such customized facial treatments. My favorite one is the hydration facial line because the hydration facial line is covers every type of skin type, not only the sensitive one. Additionally, you can have the oxygen facial treatment, and on the top of that, it's the LED light, specifically on the red light therapy. So those facial treatment line, it helps to keep your skin healthy, make your skin more hydrated, and keeps the irritants or reduce the sensitivity and redness on your skin. While for the exfoliator, I would advise to use the enzyme peeling, not the chemical one, because the enzyme peeling it's very low or less harsh on the skin and
Yes.
without any inflammation on the skin. And then if they want to have calming treatment line, they can go for such ingredients like chamomile, aloe vera, or kind of ceramides. And also they can add some serum with niacinamide. So those are very good for sensitive skin type.
Okay, so now just to rephrase it for the people who's viewing us, let's break it down to two different types: medium to low and medium to strong. So medium to low, say like the very well-made sensitive line that can go with you guys. You can just follow that and you will be fine. But for those people who have medium to strong, then make sure you go to an expertise that they know what they are doing and do the proper analysis so that can help you to identify what would be the best, because for your cases, for the medium to strong or severe, then those people, they must have the experience of the expertise plus the customized made line that can suit them in order for the result to be much better. So yes, there is full sensitive line, if may I put it this way.
Yes, correct.
But that sensitive line does not suit everyone directly, because when we talk about sensitivity, it's very wide range about what we categorize it. So doesn't mean sensitive, it's just one type of
Yes,
sensitivity,
yes,
and
correct.
then no. So yeah, be aware of that, and then again just have an understanding there is a variety of treatments that can suit you, but first we need to understand what is the sensitivity level on your skin before we proceed. Now, with that matter, if the person have done their treatments and life is good, the following home care product, it's also one of the very, say, like a tricky things for people to identify and understand. So how they can select, especially for men, like women, they go, they search immediately. They
Yes.
understand, they do 1,000 questions, if not millions, before they proceed, which is very good thing. It's not a complaint. But for a man, they just wanted to pick up anything and go with it. So what are the home care product people should use right after that?
Well, after facial, for the sensitive skin, they must have a cleanser with a fragrance-free and less alcohol at all. Also, they must have, the gel texture, not the
Yes.
foamy one, because most of the study, those foamy cleanser, it keeps or trigger the irritations.
All the time, yes,
Yes.
indeed.
And then afterwards, they have to put the moisturizer with the calming ingredients, like I said earlier, like with the aloe vera or chamomile. Those are great moisturizing, calming ingredients. The third one is the serums. Serums with the ingredients make their skin more stronger, or the skin barrier make it stronger, like ceramides or niacinamide. They work wonders. And lastly, they must apply some sun protection. As we know now, we're here at Dubai. We are facing now the hottest weather at the moment. So we must really put or apply some SPF.
Yeah. So after all this technology has evolved and we get to this stage, let's please try to understand that this technology was made to help us. Those studies that has been made is for us to get a much better on everything, and also for us to look after ourselves in very modern way. So the sun protector, which is the most neglected product, it's not made for female only. It's not made
Yes,
for the swimming pool that you sit there in.
exactly.
So sun protector, most especially now with the environmental problem. So it's we need it much more than any other time it exists. So basically take care of that. That's one of, for me personally, that's one of the top on the line. Also for the foamy product, avoid it if you have the sensitive skin. Now moving forward for say like the luck where we really get the best out of the entire investment. Like we've classified the skin, also we understood the treatments, now we get the product. Now let's talk about the bad habits and the bad food.
Yes.
So what we're putting inside of our gut, it's actually what we're reflecting in ourselves, not only our way of thinking as well as on our skin condition. In addition, say like when we are committing to those bad habits, how much we are affecting our investment and how much we are investing in a negative way for the future when we go on aging, when we go older and our skin becomes weaker. So please enlighten the people, what are the best food and good habits to follow and what to avoid most.
So you have to follow the good habits, okay, in order for you to reduce those skin condition like blushing or flashing. So having overwash and high heat steam during the shower, it creates more triggers to make your skin sensitive and red, okay? Applying so much products or over layered products is also, kind of giving you a trauma to your
Yes.
skin instead of helping it to recover. So that's also needs to be avoided. Also, thirdly, it's having a good sleep. Good sleep is one of the most important recovery for ourselves, not only the skin but also internally. Good sleeping from 11 o'clock to 4 a.m., that's our body regenerate. From 7 to 8 hours sleep, it's very good to recover your skin and internal. Also for the food, as you said, the food that we intake is also affecting our skin.
Yes.
Having hot, spicy food, chocolates, cinnamon, those stuff, it has ingredients that can trigger your sensitivity and redness. Also, make sure caffeine, it makes your skin dehydrated. So make sure after you drink, because people, they cannot avoid those type, like drinking or eating those bad habits, but hydrating yourself as well to replenish.
So also caffeine, you're trying to say also
Yes,
caffeine can be.
it has some ingredients that make your skin irritate. for the sensitive skin.
Understood. So let me rephrase it once again for the people who's viewing us. So basically, the good habits are made to help us. I know for a man, since I'm one of you guys, it's very hard for us to maintain that, especially nowadays. Our life is very busy and we are all active. But what we are trying to say, I say like following the maximum as you can, or at least do it alternatively. Like have a couple of days you're very strict on yourself, the other days be a little bit casual, no problem. But make sure this is effective. We're talking about the people that who have sensitive skin. Now, in general, you should do that, but for sensitive skin people, this is much more important. Also, all the food type we're trying to say here, like enjoy them, don't stop them completely, but be aware that sometimes you might encounter extra sensitivity or
moderate.
boost that,
Yes.
boost that up. By eating extra or eating and you're not knowing this is actually because of your food. So especially here we live in a hot environment like Dubai, and mainly it's indoor. So we keep sitting at home and we consume a lot of food actually. So sometimes we just eat everything available in the house.
Correct.
Yeah, so if you did that, just make sure you do it with a minimum, do it with a style, do it for the best of your skin result. So let's cover the most common misconception things going on in here, most especially when it comes to people buying their product. We're talking about the people that who have sensitive skin. Is natural and organic are better than commercial?
Well, of course, the organic and natural products are still great options than the commercial one. But knowing the ingredients on it, it's very important because even you have the best product in the market, even natural or organic, if you have some certain irritation or hidden irritants on that product, it might lead for some irritation because some irritants like lemon, citrus, essential oils, or fragrance, those hidden irritants can still irritate you, especially if you have like allergies. So you must still seek for reading and right products for your skin.
So basically what we are trying to say, natural or organic, is it better than the normal one or not? Listen, everything could be good as long as you select the right choice. But organic and natural always win. But also be careful about one side about them. Sometimes could be also based on nuts or fruits or say like herbs extracts, and some people might be allergic to that. This can also trigger in a severe way sometimes like
Yes.
every sensitive barriers on your skin, and that will lead for very bad result.
Exactly.
Another very common misconception as well, Diane, is like, is the sensitive skin needs an exfoliation, or the exfoliant sometimes can really make the sensitive skin very irritated?
So like I mentioned earlier, the exfoliant it's not issue for having a sensitive skin. So what you can do is to choose the right exfoliator that suit on your skin type. Having an enzyme exfoliator, it's great for sensitive skin, not with the beads or scrub exfoliator that cause those scratch or irritation. But enzyme, in the way that they use it rightly, then definitely it's not hindrance to use exfoliator.
So basically, exfoliating your skin, it can go also with sensitive skin people. You should not be very concerned about that. Be free about it. It's actually needed, especially in an environment like Dubai. It's AC environment, and we are always indoor, or we are exposing to a lot of humidity or outdoor hot weather. So our skin builds up a lot, and you need to clean that up. But again, choosing the right product, choosing the right exfoliation that can match with your skin will always give you that. And I believe, Diane, it's like on a weekly basis, it's really required, right?
Yes, it's required for a weekly basis because also it helps your home care to absorb and penetrate better.
Yes.
So that will help a lot.
Yes, all right. So moving for the last misconception here also would be very nice to cover, more especially on how much I have clients. They feel like they just wanted to go and get something. So when the people come to me and then they're like, oh, my wife, she have same my skin type and I'm just using her product. Now I don't have to buy something else. Is that something that we can really let people to consider and convince us and themselves about it?
Well, not at all, because every skin, it has different skin type and reaction. So it doesn't mean that if your wife has sensitive skin, the product that she's using is good for yourself as well. So if you really wanted to use the same products, I would advise do the patch test first. Have it on the wrist or on the back of the neck. Leave it for like try it daily, 24 to 48 hours. If you feel that there's no reaction on your skin, then definitely you can have the same product skincare.
Yes. So basically, guys, stop coming to my barber chair and convince me, or to the facial bed and then tell me I do have the product. It's not about budgeting or adding extra to your own, skin. It's just because it's a daily routine. It's more than routine. It's actually adding up for your investment, giving you the best result, protecting you from anything to go wrong. Note that I've been behind my chair for over than 29 years now, and I can guarantee you I have never met so far two people are matched together with all aspects. Now, whether their skin type, their hair type, anything related, we are not the same. And I'm sure everybody know that. But again, just for a point of not convincing yourself by using any another product, note that you are affecting the result one way or another. To get the best result out of it, you will have to always choose what suits you best right after you do the right steps that must be done that we described all throughout this episode. So, last thing here that I wanted to cover in this episode when we're talking about the steaming. So the over steaming or the wrong exfoliant, that it's always leading for this bad irritation for sensitive skin. Gentlemen, I'm telling you this that as I know the market here upside and down, and I know globally because of social media right now, I spend my time studying, seeing what people doing. Most of the irritants that it's happening, when you see the people, they just put the customer on the chair and then they rub his face with all these products and then they put the hot towel on it,
Yes.
folding it left, right, and center, or they put the steam direct on the face of the customer, thinking that
Exactly.
the more that they heat it up, the more the exfoliant will be effective and work. To those people who's doing that, stop it. Your skin, it's much more sensitive, and your tissue, it's more thin than being carrying all that out. Actually, it should be the minimal of what you're doing to be applied. Even when you're drying your skin, you have to be using the finest and nicest tissue, and you have to rub it very gentle instead of just going all over.
Exactly.
So on this episode, there is much more things to cover, but I
Yes.
trust the time will not be helping us. But I really thank you for all this knowledge, information. I hope you guys that you've got the maximum information related to sensitive skin. Just remember, on this episode, we are trying only to cover about the sensitive skin line. There will be much more episodes to come that we can cover much more different skin type. But again, feel free, if you cannot wait for the next episode to come, to leave a comment down below or message us or check us on the social media. Educate yourself much better. Don't hesitate to ask any question. We will be always there to help. So I appreciate you, Dianne, for all
Thank
this
you.
time. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next episode.